The Ohio State Buckeyes just re-signed, got a new deal for their general manager, Mark Pantoni, making him one of the highest paid general managers in college football. I'm telling you now, he deserves it because my guy is a result getter. One of the best in the space when it comes to the general manager position, which is increasingly becoming more and more important in college football. GM All Access is powered by Teamworks. With the revenue sharing era with Teamworks general manager, go ahead and win that revenue sharing era. Purpose-built for collegiate athletics, trusted by 99% of D1 NCAA institutions. Teamworks is uniquely designed by those who understand the challenges of college athletics, strategically allocate resources, optimize investments, evaluate your roster, and build championship caliber teams like Ohio State did, all on one integrated platform. Check out teamworks.com/general-manager to learn more. So as I mentioned, Mark Pantoni, one of the best in the business. Guy just gets results. And the thing that's impressive about him in that statement is he's gotten results at different places, different circumstances, different coaches, different eras. Like, that's what successful people do. They find a way to win. And Mark Pantoni on Urban Meyer's staff at Florida, on Urban Meyer's staff at Ohio State, on Ryan Day's staff at Ohio State, dude's been a part of 4 national championships. So yeah, of course, there's a lot that has to go in with the quarterbacks of those teams and the coaching staffs. But I'll tell you what, Mark Pantoni being a common denominator when it comes to the recruitment and roster construction of all 4 of that national title efforts, that's not nothing. I'm telling you, I think that should be noted, and good for Ohio State for noting it here when it comes to making sure he is compensated accordingly. What I will say, too, is speaking to how his role has adapted over the course of his time in college football, Ryan Day mentioned that when they gave him his raise. He said he's had to essentially do a different job as he's progressed in this role. Like, think about it this way. When Mark Pantoni was at Florida, NIL wasn't a thing. I mean, working with a collective, working with boosters wasn't a thing. Everyone loves to talk so much around Ohio State and their $20 million roster. Of course they should have won a national championship with that roster. It's interesting. I don't know that Ohio State was the only team out there with a $20 million roster. Now, seems to be the alleged $20 million roster that gets the most shine, but are we 110% sure that other teams in the college football playoff weren't working with a roster in a similar number? The point I'm trying to make is Mark Pantoni having that $20 million roster along with Ryan Day and that staff and then getting results from it. There's a lot of places in college football and people in college football with big-time resources, but not all those people and places are ending up at the end of the season holding the national championship trophy. And I don't mean to dunk on Texas A&M, but I think it's probably the best cautionary tale here. Rewind back to that recruiting class where Texas A&M finishes number 1 in the country, and all anybody was talking about, Nick Saban included, is how they bought that class. They bought that roster. A&M, no shade, man, didn't accomplish anything in the Jimbo Fisher era. Outside of the COVID year, there was nothing that came from that class, really. A lot of those guys transferred out. So I'm not trying to throw shade here, but the point being, you still have to put it together. You still have to be able to construct the right roster at the right places in the right times and go get it done. So Mark Pantoni, again, the roster construction, being a part of all those national championships, people are going to be very quick to say, well, yeah, you won the national championship with a $20 million roster, but are they going to do it in the future? I'll say this. I don't think Ohio State's going to enter into a season here going forward with Mark Pantoni as the GM working with less than $20 million to put together a roster. Why would Ohio State as a fan base, if you're telling me $20 million is what it takes to get a national title level roster, you think those folks are saying, oh, can we do it with $15 million? Can we do it with $18 million? No, they're saying $25, $30 million. That's where this thing is going. And so if you're Ohio State, you feel great about yourself going forward in modern college football because, 1, you have proof of concept, but 2, you have a guy in Mark Pantoni on Ryan Day's staff who has proven he can take those resources, take that financial power, and then put it into results on the field. He's done it at Ohio State now. He did it previously at places like Florida and, again, 4 national titles. Common denominator to success seems to be Mark Pantoni. Appreciate y'all being subscribed. Appreciate Teamworks by powering GM All Access. Make sure you are subscribed. College football, nothing but college football year round. Cato on the 1s and 2s, myself, Jody PicKell. We're going to keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.